A young man, Tashi, murders a woodcutter after having an affair with his wife. The movie Travelers and Magicians is a 2003 Bhutanese Dzongkha language film written and directed by Khyentse Norbu. The film revolves around a young government official named Dondup who hates his job in a remote village and wants to escape to US to work there and enjoy life. Upon missing the bus to capital city, he has to travel by walking with an apple seller, a monk, a rice paper maker, and his daughter. As they travel and hitchhike, the monk narrates a story about a young man named Tashi whose adventures turn into suffering due to lust and jealousy. The movie ends without showing the final outcome as we don't know whether Dondu went abroad or decided to stay back. There's a lot of wisdom shared by Rinpoche through the story and the actors in this movie. At the start of the movie, Dondu feels like he's going to die of boredom in a remote village as it is understandable him being a city boy and is new to the village. In contrast, the local people and his superiors are really enjoying their life in the village, playing their favorite game, archery, and looking forward every year to defeat their opponent, just like our favorite English Premier League. The movie also reflects the fact that women tend to be more sensitive towards taking care of their parents than men, as in the beginning of the movie, Dondu when asked what will happen to his parents if he left to US, he answers indifferently. In contrast, the later part of the movie, Sonam mentions to Dendup she lied to her father that she failed in her exam so she can stay with him in the village taking care of him. When you compare the story narrated by the monk and the real time happening in the movie, the monk wanted to let Dondup understand that there's nothing but suffering when you have greed and lust, as Dondup wants to go to US to earn money and enjoy, and Tashi in the story lust for adventure and beautiful women, which eventually brings him suffering at the end. The movie also highlights the harmful effects of smoking and drinking, with the monk explaining well the harmful effects of smoking to Dondup, which Dondup doesn't give heed to, but funnily he gives up smoking when Sonam asks him to. In the story told by the monk, the harm done to each individual comes from drinking alcohol, be it Tashi hallucinating or the woodcutter getting poisoned with it. The movie also shows that any man can be tamed if a girl is pretty. Don't look like he didn't care of anything but himself, which changed upon the appearance of Sonam with him helping them with their luggages, helping Sonam to cook, sacrificing his opportunity to go in bus, letting the apple seller go. And in the story told by the monk, he mentions about the two brothers, with the younger one being smart, wanting to learn, and older one who is lazy and want to escape into adventures. It shows so many people are in the wrong place right now due to the societal pressure, including one's own parents who does think they are doing good for their child, but in a way causing suffering among people. The movie indeed was the first quality Bhutanese movie I watched, with the magnificent scenery of Himalayas and representation of Bhutanese culture and art. It represents also the time when things happened without any phones and proper transport, and I'm glad to say Bhutan has come a long way with the roads, as it didn't look like it's easy to travel in those days with the narrow roads. And also, it's interesting how this 2003 movie still remains relevant today, as many Bhutanese people continue to move to Australia in search of financial success, often leaving behind their parents and children. This has led to significant emotional suffering, which the movie aimed to highlight.